Good morning. And I want to start with a question I often get about that passage from Sunday. Why would Jesus call Peter Satan after calling him the rock of the church? Well, Lutheran answer, Satan sinner, right? Um, Jesus going the extremes, Satan sinner. I think too, people say, well, Jesus is so kind and forgiving. Why would he be so harsh? I don't think he's being harsh. He's trying to make a point. I would say that we're talking about this is the same God from the Old Testament, right? Sometimes God is could come across as a little harsh. Sometimes God needs to make a point. And that's our passage today is one of those, Isaiah 43. And actually, Isaiah 43 is a beautiful, beautiful chapter of Scripture. 28 verses long. I recommend you start your day after this video, or whenever you're watching this, read the passage. I like the NRSV, it's the translation we use for service and such, but whatever translation speaks to you, Isaiah chapter 43, read the whole thing. I can't read the whole thing because we'll be here all day. But, well, we won't be here all day, but I already got I'm already going over in these videos, right? So, read the whole thing. Do yourself a favor. I'm going to explain what it is. This is a passage that, again, is addressing things that have been attributed to God, that God is laying out the truth of those claims. So at this point in the book of Isaiah, the prophets, if you recall, if you've been watched the Bible library series, the prophets are calling out behaviors that aren't congruent with God's teachings, ways that we can led astray, and often, actually in all of them, if it gets to the point, people don't listen, and destruction ultimately happens. That God has promised. Now, this is theologically speaking, there was a belief in Israel that they were invincible. We have the covenants, we have God's teachings and promised protection. We can do whatever we want, and God has our back. And that, very similar to cheap grace in Christianity, right? We're saved, so we can do whatever the heck we want. Instead of living into our faith, right? And what God has been trying to say through the prophets for generations, no, your actions have consequences. What you do matters. For better or for worse, God gives us the power to make a difference, which can be great, but it can go the other way if we're not careful. What we do matters. And God has been pleading with the people, telling them, if you do not change your ways, destruction is inevitable. This can't last forever. Turn away from the idols. Follow the law. Embrace the faith again. Turn back from your wicked ways, right? This is, in the book of Isaiah, this is a constant theme. Well, predictably, the kingdom gets destroyed. And so we're in chapter 43 now. Despite all that's happened, despite that the people did not listen again and 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 again. The book of Isaiah is written over multiple generations, most likely. So it really is again and again and again and again. Anyway, God is still promising restoration and future protection. Now, somebody say this is harsh. Why did God let this happen? Right? But this is what God is saying. You have choices. Right? You have free will. And yes, I am with you the whole way. I have always been and will be. This is what's in this chapter. I am the Lord your God. I will save you from yourself. Both in this temporary setting where the kingdom will be restored, but also ultimately there's a promise for a savior in here. It's a both and. You will be witness to these things, says God, right? God recalls the ways that God has acted for the people in the past, but also setting the line straight, right? And it's not that God brought about this wickedness. It's also not that you're invincible, can do whatever you want. What you do matters. And so, yeah, even with all that has happened. I don't know. When a relationship is broken like that, it's hard to come back. But God still does. Grace still abounds. In the rubble, God is promising a bright future. And look, as people of faith, we cling to those promises. In the middle of a pandemic, we cling to the promise of restoration. We do. But we also try our best to live in a way that is purposeful and meaningful, that is congruent with God's teachings. So yes, people try to put God in this box saying that God protects us and controls every action of us. God's saying, no, you have free will. And every action has a reaction, right? The people also try to put God in the box that, well, God brought upon your ruin because of what you've done. No, no, no. God has made clear. You have brought that upon you because you did not change your ways. And finally, in this chapter of Isaiah 43, people will say, God's done with you. The common wisdom, you blew it. It's over. God's saying, no, no, no. I'm a God of grace. I'm a God of love. This is not over, despite what has happened here. Thanks be to God. See you tomorrow.